My name is Richard Manoba. I'm your Master of Ceremonies, and I hope to do a very good job for all of us here today.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are here in anticipation of the simple dedication of the Presidential Pro-Bono Housing Unit project. This ceremony is the start to a nationwide housing initiative in support of the government Pro-Bono agenda for prosperity and development. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you all at this ceremony.
We now have the distinguished honor to invite to this podium a very young man, capable enough, Honorable Kwewu Pepsi Yeke, Executive Director of LACE. Can we please give our ED a hand of applause? Thank you, sir.
His Excellency, Mr. George Manneh Weah, President, Republic of Liberia, Honorable Nathaniel Maggie, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, all other government officials here present, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I will give you an overview of this presidential village housing project. Although housing is considered one of the basic human needs, availability of affordable housing remains one of our social development challenges. These challenges have persisted over the years. Out of a population of 4.5 million people, our National Economic Survey that was done by the Institute of Geoinformation Services, LIGIS, shows that 54.1% do not have their own houses they live in, or have no houses at all. More than half of the population is classified as poor. This poverty is higher in rural areas where 70% of the population meet the definition of poverty, and approximately half are unsatisfied with the housing they currently live in. This means that half of our population cannot meet their overall full minimum non-profit need. The population of Liberia have grown over the years. And in 2018, estimated the population of 4 million people.
This rapid growth of the population has been met with permitting development of affordable housing and decent housing wages with a projection of more than 2.1%. The population is expected to double by 2041. There is much pressure to speed up the housing issue. His Excellency, Ambassador George Manneh Weah, is aware of the economic realities and livelihood of our people in the rural area. Based on the firm belief that decent shelter provides the greatest opportunity for our rural family to break the cycle of poverty in Liberia, the Office of the President, His Excellency George Manneh Weah, is working tirelessly with his Japanese counterpart in ensuring that the amount of $8 million United States dollars to complete 564 housing units, 94 latrines, and 30 hand pumps. The construction of these housing will be at no cost to our people in the rural area. These village homes will be built for free by His Excellency President George Manneh Weah as a way of identifying with our people in the rural part of this country. This program aims to ensure the achievement of economic justice by making the initial 283 low-cost housing available to people that are vulnerable, starting with Southtown and Grand Creek County. In order to be responsive to these, the Pro-Bono Affordable Housing Project conception lines
And implemented by the President, seek to provide affordable, decent housing for all vulnerable rural poor. It will be the first initiated by this Pro-Bono administration, and will be therefore set the ball rolling for social development and economic empowerment of Liberians. In so doing, to achieve the following: reduce the housing gap existing of more than half of our nation's population, direct benefit to our people in rural communities on the government Pro agenda, strengthen and support poverty reduction and social protection, poverty eradication, build homes, community, and provide hopes to raise up poverty, hope to enjoy direct benefit from their government, and hope for economic empowerment. This will be the first time that the government of Liberia is investing in free housing for its citizens. This is a solid example that the president is dedicated to the long-term and sustainable development of Liberia low housing sectors, using holistic intervention that emphasize a partnership approach to achieve safe, decent, and affordable shelter. The Pro Housing Unit project focuses on strengthening the well-being of the future of poor family. The government is working on building the resilience and capacity of rural communities to improve their self-manage themselves. The project is intended to build more than 1 million of rural poor and vulnerable people in women and children development. Basic housing plans, significant role in social protection, peace and stability, health and well-being. The project will strongly support the Pro agenda instituted by this government of Liberia, whereby modern structure will be erected along major highways, especially in existing communities. These communities will see the provision of public services such as schools, youth centers, and clinics. With this structure completed, families from communities like Monrovia and other urban cities will return homes to contribute their quota for the development of our people. While I was in Washington, D.C., I also spoke to the Minister of Youth and Sports that he should send me the listing of all those that just graduated from the Monrovia Vocational Training Institute. These students are going to help us to rebuild our country. And I'm in touch with our contractors to see how they can include all of the youths that just graduated from NVTC. We are not going elsewhere to find contractors to do this work. We'll use our own Liberians to see how they can help to rebuild our country. Also, I'm calling on our donors and partners. There is the World Bank, the IMF, and other international organizations to also support this cause of our president to see how we can build these homes in our rural area. I thank you.
All right. That was the Executive Director of LACE, Honorable Kwewu Pepsi Yeke. We call him the ABOD ED. At this point in time, I'd like to call on the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Nathaniel McGill, to play his role at this program.
Your Excellency, Ambassador George Manawiya, President, distinguished Senator Cooper, Mr. Pesci, Executive Director of LACE, fellow citizens, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, let me use this occasion to say thank you. You know, a few months ago, you said to me, Mr. McGill, the reason why we coined our agenda as Pro-Poor is because we want to put the need of the poorest citizen at the center of our platform. Everything we do, we should think about the poor people. And every time we drove along the highway, either going to Basel or going to the southeast, whenever you saw the condition of how people are living, even during the campaign, you always said to me, we need to change this condition. Our people cannot live like this. If people in Monrovia are living in a little modern house, and our people are living in the interior like, some people say, like animals. It's wrong to use that analogy. But the condition under which our people are living are so bad. If you see some of the houses that people are living in, you are thinking, maybe if a storm came in the night, that house could break down and it could affect, maybe some people would die. And you thought that you will do everything to change those conditions. And today we are very happy to see the sample. This is a sample of how, or the kind of houses our people be living in the interior. Majority of you standing here have seen some of the houses along the way. Even if you travel from here to Bon County or even to Kakata, I show Senator Kobo, who will be a good person to testify to the condition on which our people are living. Because you walk in the southeast, most of you have seen the condition. So we want to say thank you, Mr. President, for your vision. Because if you never had interest in your people, you will not want to change their condition. Some people think Monrovia is Liberia, but Monrovia is not actually Liberia. Few all live in Monrovia, but go see how people are living. So when you talk about facing the road, some people who think that way facing the road, it means nothing, but they need to go and live there and see. So I want to say thank you, Mr. President, for this vision. And I want to assure you a member of your cabinet will continue to support you. Because the only reason why you came to power, like you always say, was to change the life of the poor people, the poorest of the poorest. So I want to thank you. I want to say thank to Liz for making a very good design. You know, if you take one of the things to Belayala in the bush, even though you're going to Southtown, I'll be very excited. But you know, it's a charity begin at home. If the president start from Southtown, where the president will start from? You know, but this is very good. We are very proud and we'll be very supported. And we want to see you in Southtown. We're hoping that very soon, Percy, this job here, we'll go there to break ground maybe before the end of this year to see the 200 houses that will be built so people in the interior can live like people in Monrovia. So I want to say thank you, Mr. President. We are fully behind you. We pray that God will give you long life. God will continue to strengthen you as you continue to do for our people, irrespective of the criticism. You know, more people think we stay campaigning. You know, after 5 months campaign process stay in the heads of certain people. But God knows your intention. And we want to again say to our friends who are coming to visit this location that this is just a sample of what will be in the interior. So you don't see the president breaking ground for no, you know, it's just keen to see what the kind of house that will be in the interior, in Sino, in Riverside, in Grand Cru, in Nepo Babulu there. So thank you so much. God bless you.
A round of applause for the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. And distinguishably with esteem, let me also welcome to this podium. Before I do that, let me recognize the Superintendent of our county, Montserrado County, Honorable Florence Brandy, Senator Oscar Cooper. It's your time to play your role at this program. You are welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. His Excellency, President George Manovia, President of the Republic of Liberia, the Minister of State, the Superintendent of a great county, Montserrado County, and the Director of LACE. It's a pleasure to be here with the President this morning for the Pro-Poor agenda. It's great to see that they are focused on the poor. It's an image for our country when you're driving, as the Minister of State says, when you're going from Monrovia up country, you see mud houses, you see thatch houses, and you wonder how the people in those buildings, their children survive. So we want to appreciate the President for this vision, and we will have to lend support to it. And besides, in Southtown, we hope some can be in Mangibi. We got Ruapa and Mangibi also. Mr. Lace Director, not only Southtown and the Southeast, of course, are being our Insano and benefited for the Southeast, but we hope that the Central Province and the Bon County and Mangibi and Lofa will all receive this magnificent affordable housing for our people. I'm glad to be at this program, and I was talking with the superintendent just now, and she said this first sample house is in Margibi. And because we share common border when you're coming down all the way to SOS. Margibi goes all the way to SOS. But now where the demarcation on the left side of the road where you go in Monrovia, that a problem would I have. So, but I thank God this is part of our territory, Margibi, and we are grateful in Margibi to the president and to the director of LACE for putting the sample house here. Another thing I think I spoke on, certain housing, even in Monrovia, to Nuku Town, to Clarytown, to our poorest area, West Point, something sustainable could be developed for those areas also. And I'll be talking with the president on a program for something like that also. But it's a great opportunity to be here, and I want to thank President Weah again for this vision. And whatever support I can give in the Senate for this pro-poor agenda vision for affordable housing, I'll be most happy to. Thank you very much.
Senator Oscar Cooper of Margibi County, the Superintendent of Montserrado County, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the Minister of State for Portfolio, our LACE family here present, members of the Fourth Estate. It is with great honor at this time I ask you all to please stand, and I bring to this podium the President of the Republic of Liberia, President George Manneh Weah, who will come to do his launching.
You may have your seats. Mr. Minister, Senator Cooper, Madam Superintendent, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, let me use the occasion to thank Mr. Kwawu Yeked Langford for making the effort to construct in this village here in Margibi the prototype of what our people in the village is always imagine than the hut. So Yeke, thank you. When the idea was brought forward, LACE came on board to make sure that our people in the villages will be served. And I want to thank you. It's a good design. And there's no doubt, if you compare this to a hut, then you must be happy that you have a resident. But I'm glad I made a promise. My promise to the Liberian people is to perform, to do the things that they want to be done. I made a campaign promise that when you made me president, I will do my best for you. And everything I'm doing today is what I say I'm going to do. You know, I'm not the best talker, but I believe in action. I've lived in Saskatoon since 1975 up to 1979. I've never had the opportunity to live in a home like this. And today, in the 21st century, I see that my parents, my grandparents, the people, my friends that I left in Saskatoon are still living the hut life. I think we're in a modern era. It's the time to change that, to give them hope. But I want to guarantee you, the 15 counties will be served. That is my promise to them. The 15 counties will be served. We just have to encourage our contractor, LACE, and those that are going to be doing the work to work very fast and efficient and make sure it is durable. What I see here today, I think is durable than the hut.
This is the Pro-Po that we talk about. When we talk about Pro-Po, it's for everyone to be served. The rich, the poor, and the middle class. There will be affordable housing for Liberians, those that work, that want affordable housing. We are doing our best to do that. But this one is to lift our people from poverty to a sustainable development. It's going to be free of charge from the government of Liberia. I know people will argue, but again, this is what we want to do for our people that live in the rural area. Those hurt when you're going along the way that doesn't represent anything. We want to change the face of our rural highway. You cannot be building the roads and the huts be on the road. So we're doing our best. The 15 counties will make sure when the roads are paved, you will see these images on your roadway. So this gives me the opportunity now to launch it. It is launched. I will ask any person of God to pray that this project should not stop just here in Margibi as a prototype, but it's to continue so our people can have their homes. So at least they can have a window to open. At least they can have a fan to get in. Then maybe they can be inspired to upgrade with air conditioning. Because once the facility are there, there's a possibility to ask someone to buy air conditioning. But with the hot, it's not possible. So I'm glad, and I want to thank you again for this opportunity to give me the possibility to do what I used to do. You know, humanity is meant to be. I believe in that, and I will continue to do my work. Don't bother to criticize, because I love that. So you can go ahead and criticize, because that's a good thing. But no matter what you say, will not stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do for the Liberian people. Building road is good. Building homes for people is a good thing. And we cannot be comfortable in our dwelling and see other people are uncomfortable. This is why I am the originator of the Pro-Po agenda. And I'm going to make sure that the agenda be fulfilled so you can see our performance. I will ask you to continue to pray for me. Don't worry about those that are talking. We are tough for 171 years. Nothing happened. Now we want to leave a legacy. Join me. Those that believe in building, join me. Let us build the country. So tomorrow when our children walking in the street, they will say, this is Cham Weah or Timothy Weah, or your father was president. This is what he achieved. Thank you very much, Mr. Yeke. I open, I cut the ribbon in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. May God Almighty bless the project and give the ideas of non-stop.
So the president will move into two of the facilities along with the ED of Lace. Honorable Chokonpu, you are recognized. Minister of State without portfolio. Honorable Sam Mana, you are recognized. The press secretary to the president. Honorable Joseph Williams will do the vote of thanks after the president towards the facility. I also want to recognize the president of the LBS Workers Union, Mr. G. Moses K. Double.
Thank you. Somebody is recognizing somebody here.
And I also want to recognize the We Are All Stars. Mr. Ibrahim Mesko is here representing the We Are All Stars. affordable housing for our people, manifestation of the pro-poor agenda of the government of the Republic of Liberia, headed by His Excellency Ambassador George Manawia. All right, yeah. This is our beautiful.
What I think is our people will be happy because we came to power to address the needs of the poor people. So if I can move a hut to this facility, then someone got to be happy. They got to be happy. So I think they're going to bring excitement, the fact that they're going to see it, they're going to live in it.
In 5 months' time, you'll be able to achieve a lot of things in Liberia. What would you say regarding your vision?
Well, I'm a striker. You know, my work is to school. You know, so in 5 months, if I can do things for the people in 5 months, I think it's a good thing. You know, we just want to perform. So the Liberians don't have patience for a second chance. I got 6 years to perform. In 3 years, if I don't perform, of course, you will also be talking. Then it will be like he just talked and nothing is done. So I'm pushing, I'm fighting. In the 3 years, I want to achieve something. I think achieving something in 3 years will give Liberians to re-evaluate if they're going to give me another chance.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me, friend. Excuse.
Given the opportunity to be here, I think I have to have a responsibility to change the things that need to be changed. I told you that I lived in the village before, you know, in 1975 up to today, I've still lived same life. And I think I'm out of the village now. The fact I'm out of the village doesn't mean that people are not there. So I try to do my best to change the lives of the people that are left there. And I think it's an honorable thing to do.
Mr. President, how long will the project last?
Your Excellency, thank you very much, sir. I'm sure you have a final word.
Well, I'm not bidding. I'm not a bidder, so I don't know how long it's going to last.
Well, you are the funder.
Yeah, but it's a project. You know, it's a project that goes to 15 counties. So as long they continue to build, you know, that has long it's going to last for. So it's not to say, okay, we'll get a 1-year project. You know, it's a project to take the 15 counties. They're going to tell us in the 15 counties if there will be XYZ homes, how long they're going to take. So they can answer that question. But for me, I want to change the huts to a home.
Mr. President, thank you very much.
Thank you. I will take that.
How are you?
As you can see, these are your youth of Kinala community. Go ahead about your housing project.
highly appreciate you, Mr. President. We know that your work in accordance with your agenda, and so this morning we have gathered here to appreciate you. We want to say, Mr. President, the Liberian people will work with you. We, the youth, will pray that God lift high up your agenda, that your leadership will do what you want them to do. Again, Mr. President, we want you to please consider this. As you can see, these are youth who are one way economically underprivileged. Some of them are not in school this semester. I, for one, am a student at the University of Liberia. I applied for the Oxford Scholarship, but I was not shortlisted. So, as I'm speaking to you, I will be out of school this semester. Again, we got youth. Some of them are in vocational schools. Some of them are in colleges. Some of them are in high school. Some of them do not have the opportunity. Mr. President, we are kind of asking you to please form a program for this community. We ask you to help us with scholarship that will help students who are waiting and have the academic ability to forward education. Mr. President, we are also asking you for youth who have the skills and want to attain vocational job when schools are closed. Mr. President, we're asking you to please form a program that we will have a vocation jobs that before the next academic year begins, so that we will be able to factor through. So, Mr. President, these are your youth. I'm the speaker for the community, and this is the youth president. My name is James L. Talu. I want to say thank you. Since I was born, I've been seeing you, but this is my first time today to talk to you. I'm from Sino and from Grand Eden. Thank you so much. And we also have a letter saying our brother is getting married, so you have to present to me. We want you to be in the program.
Well, good to see you, Mr. Talu, and it's an honor being your community. I think we have a responsibility. We encourage all our young folks to go to school to prepare themselves for leadership. On that note, I will ask you, through the Honorable Senator, to make a list of those that want to go to school, and those that want to be on scholarship. Government can make concessions, but I want to guarantee you too that government don't pay for weddings. To go to school will be good for our country, so we can help you. If you bring your list, those that want to be on scholarship like you say you want to go back to school, I can offer you a scholarship to go to school. Those that want to go to school, if they're high school, we can register them. If they want to do vocational school, we can do that. And so your community can be helped. Those that are getting married, it's on their own volition. We don't pay for marriages. It's a personal thing. Okay? So thank you very much. Work with Mr. Cooper. Make your list. And then we'll give you the scholarship. Those that want to go to school, offer them, let them go to prepare the future.
Thank you.
And good to see you.
God bless you. God bless you. I say.